I kind of like when I make these videos and I look slightly busted as fuck. But you know what? Slay. Do you ever have like too many people seemingly fall in love with you at a surface level all at once and you just get like it's just very uncomfortable? You know what I mean? So, for example, I was out handing out flyers for this event I'm going to be running soon, and like I've been having pretty good success with it, but the only thing is people who I've been trying to give out the flyers to, like they keep kind of flirting like, "Oh, well, are you gonna be there?" Or if they aren't doing that, then they're, it's like, you can just tell when someone's attracted to you. Like lingering eye contact, flirty comments, like their pupils get really fucking huge, all sorts of shit. And like they do a little sexy voice because people have a voice, they don't notice they do. So it'll be like a man can be like, "Oh, hey, my name's Johnny," and then there's a difference between that and Johnny, nice to meet you, so will you be there? Like, it's like there's a huge difference between that and, "Oh yeah, my name's Johnny." "Oh, you gonna be there?" "Hell yeah." Like, and so a worry of mine is that it's gonna be like, I don't remember how many people have given me that reaction so far, but a concern of mine is that I'm gonna be trying to plan a fun little third space event, and it's just gonna be a room full of niggas who all want to fuck me. It's gonna be special ed all over again. And the thing is, it's a very delicate system. I have dealt with this system before. If you're the only woman in a room full of men, whether they are attracted to you or not, there is a system that needs to be acknowledged because sadly misogyny exists and we know how niggas can get in terms of rejection, in terms of, is this guy better than me? Is this guy worse than me? Like, you could think that you're truly just introducing two platonic friends who, like, like, okay, maybe mild attraction at first, but you thought they got over it. But the next thing you know, you could be like, "Oh, Daniel, this is my friend Mikey." And then they'll just be like, "What's up, bruh?" And then he'll kind of like puff up his chest and straighten up his back, and he'll be like, "Yeah, what's up with it, man?" It's like they get kind of like a bit of a, like a, "Fuck you talking about? This is my girl" type of energy. Like, and usually in that moment, you're forced to reckon with the fact that it's like, okay, here's a man that I thought was a friend, and here's another man that I thought was just a friend. And here they are, having a secret little fucked up little war between their minds, given like male telekinesis, because they're secretly thinking, "Oh, can I kill this motherfucker and access to Mia?" No, you can't. Or you can, but it's like, nigga, really? You might not even like me. You just like me because you put me on a pedestal in your mind. Like, it's like once the wig comes off, the lip gloss comes off, and the bra comes off, and also the natural personality comes out, it's like, are you that somebody? Tell me, are you that somebody? And it's just like a weird feeling because it's like, okay, you're like the object of all desire, which can be good or bad. Like, sometimes it's good. It's like, okay, you can never do wrong in their eyes, no matter how angry you get, no matter how, like, it's like you can leave the house and never have to pay for a single fucking piece of food or drink. That's great. And sometimes if you're lucky, like, it's a room full of men who want to protect you at any given cost because they adore you. And then there's the other side. And then there's the other side where it's like, it's a type of misogyny regardless, where it's like, if you want put on a pedestal just because you look good, in a way where that's like only because you look good, like, let's say you didn't show up as dressed up, would they still be there for you? Would they still care about you if they ever even did in the first place? Passive consciously wanting you and subconsciously wanting to impress you and make you feel good to hopefully one day have access to you. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, you're loved until you reject one of their friends. You're loved until you have a problem with someone that they like. You're loved, supposedly, until one day you don't look as good as possible. One day you just have a little bit too much of an attitude. One day this, one day that. It really can depend on, like, the desperation of the men around you and how they perceive you. But either way, being put on a pedestal is still a form of objectification. And I guess I'm going to be worried that instead of it being like a fun little space for everyone to just, have fun, laugh, tell some jokes, enjoy some food, it's going to end up a situation where it's like, oh, look, here's a bunch of niggas who are going to start fighting over me. Or here's a bunch of dudes who are going to interrupt the show because they want to flirt with me and tell me how good I look. I've had that before. I remember, recently a comedian's going away party. I looked bomb as fuck. And I remember we went to this, like, mic afterwards where people were doing comedy. And I remember the way that when I showed up, almost every nigga in that bitch ran outside to talk to me. Like, my buddy Seamus came up and he was doing the deep voice thing and getting all in my grill like, "Hey, you looking good. How you doing tonight? Looking healthy. You're looking well." It's like, nigga, I know what you're doing. You're my friend and I haven't wanted to fuck you for the last 2 years. Get over it. And then on top of that, there's also, Who else was it? There was someone else. Oh yeah, I remember the fucking bartender left his station and saw Seamus talking to me, and then they started doing that weird male parsing bullshit where the bartender just came outside with his arms crossed and sat on the bench and just was menacingly looking at Seamus and also staring at me. And anytime Seamus started talking, he would try to yell some shit in his thick ass Irish accent, like "Oi, lassie, what you doing over here? What are you two? What are you on about? Blah 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 blah." And he would try to interrupt the conversation between me and Seamus to be like, "What's all this then? What's this thing on your back? They call it a half cardigan. Looks like a piece of shambling fabric to me," or whatever the fuck his. I don't know. His voice was stupid. He was stupid. Funny enough, that same guy for months has kept asking me to go to bars with him, and I had to tell him, it's like, "Hey, sorry, dude, I don't actually like to drink as much as you think I do. I go to bars for the sake of comedy, and on top of that, like, I prefer like a date, you know." And then he sent a very long paragraph trying to antagonize me, and I may or may not have sent him his own address. Wait, no, not him. Oh wait, no, I told him to kill himself. Yeah, that's what I did. Good, as I should. I said he looked like a fucked up Applehead doll that just was like left rotting in the sun. He did. And they're like, "To me, what's that got to do with the story?" It's just relevant, because fuck that bartender. But the bartender was really desperate for my attention. Seamus was really desperate for my attention. Like, two other niggas came out and kept trying to talk to me and interrupt the show. And then on top of that, even my buddy, like, that's when I knew I looked good, because my buddy himself was just kind of like trying to interrupt the other fellas just to talk to me. And mind you, he's an old ass man. Like, he could have been trying to interrupt and just watch over the conversation in a sort of, like, who knows, maybe he just was unaware that he was kind of fourth, fifth reeling, or third. I don't know. There was a lot of niggas in that conversation, but I think he just kind of joined both out of protectorship of me, maybe some sort of attraction to me. Like, even though he'd never admit it, which is good. Keep that boundary. And then on top of that, also probably just naivety. He probably was just like, "This can be a group conversation," and Seamus was getting annoyed because it's like all these niggas were trying to sabotage him shooting his shot with me. But you know what? I appreciate it, because you know what, Seamus, yeah, that's not gonna happen ever. But when a bunch of people, especially men, are attracted to you, if you're attracted to all of them, that's dangerous. If you're attracted to none of them, that's also dangerous. Because not everyone takes rejection well. I remember last year when I dated that one loser, basically every single man in existence was trying to show that nigga up. They like to fucking, like, they like to hoe you. If you are a man with a woman that they think they deserve more than you, they will not hesitate to embarrass you. I remember, though, people did like that, because it's like, I'm a good influence on people I date. So I remember they didn't see the guy I was dating for a while. And then when he popped back, they were like, "Holy shit, is that him? Wow, you got your hair long and you got glasses and a cardigan? Nigga, you look like you have a tech job. Like, you look like a stable family man. What the fuck? Last time you were here, you had beanies and a hoodie on. And you were an alcoholic." And, you know, niggas were like, I looked great that night. I really did. I had my afro, I had my diamonds on, really nice. I looked cute. Everybody was in love with me. I remember that specific night. I walked into a room full of men who had a crush on me with hot baked cookies, and everybody was just like head over heels for me that night. Like, I had so many people trying, like, talking to their friends, like, "I'm nervous to talk to her. What do I even say?" And trying to, like, sit directly next to me and just, like, stare at me because they didn't know what to say. It was just like, it was kind of cute. Like, you know how cats, when they're shy, they don't want to directly, like, let you know that they like you, so they'll just, like, ominously, like, sit next to you, like, 2 feet away, or like they'll put their, like, paw on your foot and then pretend like it's on accident, or they'll just lay on you but also ignore you. That's kind of like what all the men in the room were doing. So it was just like niggas who didn't know what to say to me, just suddenly sitting down on either sides of me, just anxiously waiting for a moment to say anything, like waiting for me to laugh or smile so they could pounce on me conversationally. It was cute, and I thought to myself, "Oh, some of these niggas I do want to talk to just in the sake of platonic, but I don't want to give them the wrong idea. Oh, this guy's cute, but I don't know, I do really just want friends. I don't know if I want to sabotage things by getting involved with him." And also, yeah, I also forgot I was also seeing a nigga at the time. We were not monogamous, though, but even then it's like, I just thought to myself, we don't need mess here. And yeah, just something, just for a lot of reasons now. But I remember at the, funny how there's multiple stories of me going to parties and then Mike's after. So the Mike we went after that party, funny enough, that was Seamus's sober party. We went, I went with the guy I was dating at the time to the second Mike, And, people were shocked at how different he looked and how healthy he looked and all that shit. But I remember the specific way niggas still tried to, like, neg him in a sense. Like, they still tried to knock him down a few pegs. Like, they would still point out that he was small and kind of, and just grab him by the shoulder and sway him side to side. Like, damn, nigga. Ooh, look at you. You're still kind of fat, but you losing weight. You are out here built like a Home Depot worker. And, like, just doing and saying some kind of, like, shit. Like, and they would bring up how busted he used to look, or how he's short or small, or how he's not that strong and needs to bulk up, and compare him to me. And I could tell that really fucked with him. And yeah. Ugh. It was one of those things where it's like, please be nice to the people I date. Because I will get mad at you back. I have done that before. Don't do that to people I like. But I'll give him a pass because that guy did end up being the worst guy ever to date. So, it shit happens. And yeah, I guess that's something I'm worried about is like, what if it happens where it's like 9 niggas in a room who I all invited out to this event I'm throwing. And next thing you know, they're all gonna be like, oh shit, all these niggas want her. Did she just target any man who gave her any time of day in the street to give a flyer to? Ooh, and then next thing you know, like, they're all giving me the evil eye thinking I led them on. It's like, nigga, I didn't promise you shit but an event. Or next thing you know, it's like I have to deal with, like, what if it's like 5 sexy niggas who want me? Or 12 niggas who want me? It's gonna be like that anime brothers conflict, and it's like, what am I supposed to do? All these niggas want me? And they're all fine? Does anyone hear the sound of a train? Chugga 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 choo choo. I'm just kidding. Am I? I'm kidding. I had to double check. I'm not at that level yet. Or having multiple niggas is fine with me, as long as everyone's on board with it. But simply put, they'll act like they are, but they secretly aren't. And it's even worse if they all know each other. If I have multiple men, I act them all to be different, from different cities. You know what they say, bros in different area codes? I don't want it to be like an awkward little party where it's like, oh, look, like it goes from just a cool party to like all 7 niggas are like, hey, did you know I got that girl's phone number? Yeah, I did too. Wait, me too? Yo, she gave you her phone number? What? And then next thing you know, they all, like the 7 dwarves realize they all have access to Snow White's Apple phone. If it's a room full of, like, what if it's a party? And every nigga wants you there. That's not a party, that's a haunted house. You're just getting jump scared every 5 feet by some random ass nigga with the most terrifying face ever. And then even worse, it's like you're the one who invited them in. So it's like you're the one causing all this paranormal activity. And you have to deal with it because you invited them. But don't worry, all the niggas I got were fine. In different genres of fine and sexy. Ooh, they were all cute. They were all pretty cute. Most of them. Most of them. Like, sometimes you just want a party to be a party. You don't want a party to be a dating sim. You know what I mean? You don't want it to be like, oh, like, it's nice to know I get options. It's nice to know I pull. It's nice to know that I guess I have hit the level of beauty in my area, in general, really. Where I can just waltz around with the mild smile on my face and then, like, people will just fall for me off the bat. That's nice. But it's scary. It can go good and it can go bad. Especially the way I have these niggas falling to their knees and crying over me. Like, I have to say, that is a concern. Because it's like, I don't want it to become an angry mob of niggas who got rejected, or who realized I really did mean it when I said I wasn't looking for anything monogamous. And then next thing you know, they all band together to, like, whoop my ass. I doubt that would happen. But then again, you can never be too sure. Or it'll be like a nigga coming to an event like, oh yeah, I'll talk to Timothy. Surely I'm going to be the only guy there who's going to try to talk to Timothy. And then it's going to be like an awkward, like, meet and greet event where it's just like 12 niggas lining up to talk to me. And then it's just like 12 niggas back to back, just like trying to talk to me endlessly. And then it's like, shit, you got to wait your turn for your allotted like 2 minutes or 5 minutes of Timothy's social time before her artistic burnout happens. You can get longer time if you buy a drink. 2 minutes of showtime for you, 5 minutes if you get a drink. That's funny because that's usually a comedy show rule or an open mic rule, funny enough. But simply put, it seems like it could be a lit time and I'm still excited for it, but I guess I'm just nervous because I don't know. And then how do I put this? Like, it's good to know that it's like, what if it's a room full of bad bitches and I get to have my pick and choose? That's fucking awesome. But then I don't know, how do I put this? Once you pick one and it goes badly, then that can really tarnish your reputation. Whether you picked a guy who just truly didn't deserve you, or if the nigga acts an ass, or if rumors spread and word gets out about you. Simply put, But that is like, how do I put this? Because we know what happened last year. I'll put it this way. After what happened last year, which we don't like to talk about, that heavily affected my reputation. Because people saw how I lost my mind over that man and how he was just evil as fuck and stupid and just fucked up. And it's one of those things where it's like, see, you fucked it up. You fucked up the game. Niggas saw me as a walking goddess. Like, they all loved me. And then because of your bullshit, now it's like I got random ass, like, hella bullshit. And so I guess it's like, okay, round two. My reputation in multiple social scenes has been restored, and it's pretty damn good. And now it's just the step of, okay, what comes next? How do I proceed to move on from this? And now I'm concerned because it's like, let's just say when I went to the venue that I was at for the event, I met this beautiful guy. He had these like beautiful big sparkling eyes and a very nice smile, and he was sexy, my type. But what if he's broke? And then, oh, sorry, but relevant. And then this other guy, he was older. He fully found like the venue website and found my social media so that he could reach out to me, which was fucking wild, mind you. Like, what the fuck? A social media that you don't know about, mind you. And he was like, hey, just so you know, I do photography on the side. It's like, thank you, old man with audacity. You should probably just. It's like, but I have to admit, his photos were really good. But it's one of those things where it's like, eh. Like, am I just gonna be jump scared by this man in his 60s or 50s if we're being really nice about it? Or 40s if he's really, really fucked up looking. No offense. And then I'm gonna have to sit there as he talks to me about all these, like, women he's convinced to model for him in lingerie in his apartment. It's like, slow your roll, buckaroo. No thank you. And then on top of that, there's also, there was someone else I really liked. I guess that's just a concern in general. Like, like passing out flyers or being introduced to certain people, and then what if it's just like everyone there wants me? And then it's like, how do I put this? If they put you on a pedestal before they know your personality, that makes things even more difficult. Because it's like then you have a reputation as being like, oh my god, the fairest in the land, the butterfly of the social scene. Oh, blah 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 blah. It's like sometimes I'm just a girl. You're gonna get my social media and be like, what the fuck is she on? Oh, so fingers crossed that it's not just going to be a bunch of niggas who all came to the event thinking that my invite was a personal invitation to attempt riz on me, and that they will show up genuinely to enjoy comedy and try out their luck and have fun, and that I will not deal with dumb shit like people interrupting me as I do the music or as I do this and as I do that. You know what I mean? Anyway, peace out.